What's up guys, my name is Ace, and I actually got a nuke, or MGB, in the Modern Warfare 3 beta, and I thought you guys may want to see it, even though it's not the most impressive nuke or anything. It still happened, and I wanted to share it with you guys. And with this, I want to point out I didn't join on a bot account or reverse boost or anything for this. That's why I showed my matchmaking at the beginning of the video. However, of course, this was an easy lobby. This is not the typical lobby that I was running into throughout the beta. This was definitely an exception. So I acknowledge that, and I mean, at the end of the day, you're not going to be seeing nukes against really good players anyway. And for the most part, for this nuke, I basically just patrolled the middle area on Rust and picked them off as they were coming off their spawn. So again, this may not be the most impressive nuke, but it was my first one in Modern Warfare 3, so I wanted to share it with you guys. Another thing I wanted to talk about here is something that may have actually contributed to this or led to this, was the fact that I was getting sick of how inconsistent my connection was throughout this beta. And shortly before I got this game, this is when I turned on my NetDuma's geo filter, which allowed me to force the connection onto my closest possible server rather than letting the matchmaking system pull me to a different server that gives me a suboptimal connection. Because that was one of my bigger complaints throughout the beta. I was just getting a very inconsistent connection experience, where one game everything would feel fine, hit detection felt good, felt like I was dying in the appropriate number of shots, and the next it was like I was getting insta-melted and I was shooting marshmallows, and it felt like a totally different game. So I got fed up with that, turned on the geo filter, and this is one of the first games that I got after turning that geo filter on. Now, to be clear with that, it's not like turning on a geo filter is just going to immediately yield a bunch of bot lobbies or anything like that. I was still getting a lot of very sweaty and competitive lobbies, even after I turned the geo filter on. But what I found is it just had a tendency to result in a little bit of a better mix of lobbies than I would experience without that geo filter. And to me at least, this seems to be even further evidence that the modern matchmaking system that Call of Duty uses is willing to sacrifice connection quality, at least to some degree. It's willing to put you on suboptimal servers in order to give you a better skill match. And if you prevent it from pulling you to a different server and you force it onto only your closest server, while the matchmaking system is still at play, it's still working in the background, it can only do so much because now it's limited to searching within the lobbies that are on that server location. And it is really frustrating to see this because this should be an option in the settings. This should be something you select in the menus, not something that requires you to be adjusting settings in your router in order to get the best possible connection experience. Many other FPS games, for instance, literally allow you to just select the server location you want when you first log in. Or it will first ping all the servers, find the best one for you automatically, and it will set that as your server location. Call of Duty doesn't do that, and I found when I had that geo filter off, it was bouncing me all over the place. I was bouncing from a Portland server, which is my ideal server. I live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So Portland is the clear choice. That's the one that gives me the best possible connection experience. And yet I often find myself being pulled to Chicago servers or California servers when it's clear I get a better ping and a better overall connection experience when I'm playing in Portland servers. And it's also worth mentioning, it's not like my matchmaking times went through the roof or anything. I was still finding games pretty quickly while doing this. So there we go. I just wanted to share my experience with that a little bit, and that also may be a bit of an explanation at least for how I managed to get this lobby. But again, I do want to be clear, for the most part, my lobbies were still very difficult, very competitive lobbies, and the one you're seeing today is by far the easiest game I had throughout the entire beta experience. But with that, I'm just going to let the rest of this play out, and I'm actually curious, for any of you that do have a NetDuma router or a router that has the NetDuma software, did you guys play around with any geofiltering, and did you notice a big difference when you did so? Please just let me know your experience with that down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.
Objective Charlie secure. Enemy securing Bravo. Enemy securing Charlie. 100. All objectives secure. Keep it up. We're losing Charlie. Objective Bravo is compromised. Guardian inbound. Enemy securing Charlie. Friendly SAE on the way. Friendly UAV on station. Shooting Max! Charlie. Charlie.
was close.
Taking Bravo. The enemy holds 2 objectives. Secure those
Taking
positions.
fire.
Objective Bravo secure. Enemy securing Charlie. Objective Alpha. MGB standing by. Friendly UAV online. We're taking Alpha. We're losing Charlie. We hold 4 objectives. Let's keep it this way. Enemy's taking Bravo.
I'm reloading.
Enemy's taking Alpha.
Sniper's down.
We're losing Alpha. Enemy securing Bravo. We've lost Bravo. Objective Alpha is compromised. Get it back.